Hey guys, how we doing? It's me, Sir Tanis, with another online battle replay of Rome 2. In today's battle, we have me as Epirus, with my ally Ober as Tylis. Across the field from me, I have Sparta. We have Sparta commanded by Sky the Fisherman. The rules for this battle were... hold on, let me think. They were 3 cav, 1 artillery, 1 elephant. So, Sky the Fisherman's ally Horizon is Rome, as you can see. So, while we're waiting for the lines to close up while I'm over here, I'll start with Rome. So, Rome has these fancy units, Royal Cataphracts, and I think they were like a mod somehow. They were modded in somehow. He has some other units, I think, that are not supposed to be in here. But to get to the cab battle, we got these Royal Cataphracts going off against some Tylis raiding horsemen. They got these nice jabs. Ooh, we got some ballista bombardment going on by Sparta on my position. All I'm doing over here is just advancing my forces. I had them in a formation that I had set, but the computer doesn't always hold those when I move. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. We got a nice juicy artillery shot right here. All 4 of those missed. That's good because I got my pike lines right here. So over here watching the cab battle, nothing really going on. These raiding horsemen are actually kind of doing a good job against these Royal Cataphracts, staying away from them, not engaging, and just throwing their jabs. And I think because they're raiding cavalry, they might have a lot of javelins on them. So for the skirmishers of Rome, they have 3 Syrian archers for their main line. I do believe it's all Hastati. Yep, it's all Hastati. Behind them, they have 4 units of principes, and then their general's bodyguard, which I think is their only upgraded unit. Yep. And then for Sparta, for his skirmisher force, we have 1, 2, 3 Cretan archers and a helot slinger, and then the ballista. And then for his main infantry line, he's got Spartan hoplites mixed with Spartan pikes, and Spartan hoplites on the flanks, Spartan pikes back in reserve. Heroes of Sparta, more pikes, Heroes of Sparta, and another pike, and then his general, a Royal Spartan unit. So for my line, I have 4 units of pikes, I have 4 units of Thorio spears, sorry guys, 2 units of peltas, 3 mercenary Cretan archers, 2 Aspis cav, and then my general is my general is, where is he? A Royal Peltist. And then I have 1 Illyrian levy, I think. Yeah, only 1 Illyrian levy. So Tylis, my ally, for his line, or for his general, he's got an Oathsworn, and then he has 4 or 5 tribal warriors, and then 3 Thracian warriors. He has these levy freemen over here on the flanks, some more Oathsworn over there, and then he has Celtic slingers as his main skirmishing line. So these horsemen are actually doing really good, only taking 1 casualty and taking out a load of these Royal Cataphracts. They've almost destroyed, I think both these units. Oh no, only 1 unit, but still that's pretty good for only taking 1 casualty. The ballista is firing closer, getting some hits, but it's an explosive round, so kind of just messes up my formation, maybe hits 1 or 2 guys. My ally, Uber, I think that's how you pronounce his name, Uber, he's starting the skirmishing fight with the Syrian archers, who I don't think are in range yet. Nope. And the Hastati are just going to sit there with their big shields and hold the line against that fire. So Sparta's going to go ahead and keep his little box up here on the hill, and that's absolutely fine with me. I'm going to set up my peltist and my archers, and even though they're taking close range hit, I feel comfortable enough that I can take it. And the peltist's main job is throw javelins at these pikes, soften these guys up. And then my archers, I do believe I pull my archers. Yep, I pull them behind my main line just because I'm going to need them back there. My cavalry, I get a little sloppy with them, and I leave them hanging back for a little bit. but I wasn't really too concerned with it. We got a nice charge from my Illyrian levies. I don't expect much from them. They're actually a halfway decent unit. The Roman cav is coming all the way over here, and that's how I get lazy with my cav. Over here on the main line, I'm going to slow down for a second, guys. We got these Thracian warriors that got a good charge off against the Hastades. And then he's got nice tribal warriors, which are the tank of the Tylis unit selection, unit variation. They're absolute beast at melee combat, and they're going to do just fine. I'm going to speed it up. He went ahead and closed the line. They're going to take out those Hastati, and his secondary line is too busy running off these cav and worrying about the flanks. I closed it with another unit of Illyrian levies that I guess I had, so I guess I had two. Sorry, guys. And then I'm gonna start moving in my Thurio spears, letting them unleash their javelins, and then I set up my pikes behind him, or maybe nope, I'm going in front, I guess. So his ballista is still firing, but at this range, he might be taking out more of his guys than mine. So the Romans beat the enemy over on that flank, and now they're getting around these tribal warriors, and then they get hit by the raiding horsemen. Right here, it's kind of like a take for take. Right here, and he's just crushing his line right there. There won't be anything of those guys. The Spartans send over the Spartan pike unit to support, but they're going off against the Oathsworn, and the Oathsworn are going to take away from that, and he's going to concentrate his slinger fire. So I'm still taking some pretty good hits from that ballista, and he's got his pikes and his Royal Spartans over here. But what I'm doing is I'm shifting my archer line, and I'm just going to fire at him point blank. I still have my cavalry hanging around. I'm getting a little sloppy. You know, they still haven't moved. Got Thurio spears. I haven't played this game online in a while, so my micro's a little lacking, but you know, these guys, they do alright. They're just computer lives, but they do alright. So see, I flank around these Spartan pikes. I take off unit formation so that they'll wrap around like that. They won't do that if they're in unit formation. So those Illyrian levies, let's see how many kills they got. Only 11 kills. So that was terrible, actually. Looks like I got pikes breaking too. My pikes, I don't know why, but they're severely out of formation. They're just not sticking in it. But they're facing off against his line. We've got gaps all over the place. My infantry, even though I believe they were of less quality than Spartans, I was able to overwhelm them with the combination of troops that I had. So he brings in his general and some Spartan pikes over here. And then he's got Heroes of Spartan over here in my back line. And that's when I start moving in my cav to get some rear attacks. Over here, Tylis is doing a really good job of cleaning up these Principes. And whatever other Hastati units are left, I don't think he has any. He's doing a really good job at shooting down these Royal Cataphracts, using his javelins at them. He's got his raiding horsemen in the mix, taking out their general's bodyguard and the Syrian archers. But overall, he's going to win this engagement, I do believe. I'd be more worried about the Roman Cataphracts, but he doesn't seem to be using them very well, but they're a strong unit that even if he just left them here, they'd take it out. Same with his general's bodyguard being so heavily upgraded. They're more than a match for these raiding horsemen, even though outnumbered. Over here on the Spartan side, he has taken his Greek ballista and he's thrown them into combat somewhere in the mix. I got my Thurio spears. These ones in formation, if you notice the difference. They're holding off just these Cretan archers. I got my pikes. I got pikes and Thurio spears. And like a weird sandwich on sandwich going on. And then over here it's just a big mess of troops. He's wrapped around me. I'm coming in and wrapping around him. I threw in my general, my Royal Peltus against his general. Ooh, that was a nice cav charge right there by my Aspis cav. And at this point, I think they had used up all their javelins. Getting in another cav charge with my Aspis cav. So anytime you can get Aspis cav, I always get them. They're a really nice bang for your buck. They do a really good job in melee, and they have a couple of volleys of javelins that make them a little versatile. Thorios spears aren't that bad either. Speaking of versatility, Thorios spears, they're not that bad with that big shield. They have javelins and spears. They do alright. They do pretty good against cavalry, infantry. So I got my Peltas. They're moving in. I actually targeted the Cretan archers, so you'll notice that some of them, they got caught up in it. But I thought I continued the attack on them. But either way, my allies, Oathsworn, are going to come in and clean them right up. Over here with our mess of troops, the heroes of Sparta are going to hold off against my Thorios spears. A unit of Cretan archers came back from route, and I just started pulling pop shots off on their pikes. My general is still alive at this point. He's fighting those pikes. I have mercenary Cretan archers in the mix breaking. My pikes are coming in, and then I have Aspis Companion Cav coming in on those pikes. So I'm running out of units, but luckily my ally, he sent over that unit of Oathsworn, and that freed up my 2 units. And I'm going to return the favor and chase down those guys just really quick. So he's got pikes facing off tribal warriors, and these guys are going to eat up these pikes. See how they just get right in the Sarissa line. It doesn't even matter to them. He's going to back them up with a unit of Spartan hoplites, but he's going to get shot by these slingers. Rome, he's getting finished off. He has nothing but archers left. I don't even think his generals left. So we're going to go ahead and consider that fight over. But the Spartan player, Sky the Fisherman, he's putting up a really good fight against my terrible micro. And that's not saying he's a bad player. No, he's a really good player, I thought. And I was surprised that my horrible micro was able to keep up with him, honestly. So he's got this pretty much fresh unit, or not fresh, but, you know, pretty healthy unit of Heroes of Sparta over here. Taking a little bit of shots in the back. They're fighting. I left my Aspis Cav in. But he also has some skirmisher help too. His Royal Spartan general is holding off. They destroyed my general. That was pikes breaking. But my general, I think, is dead at this point. He might not be. I haven't heard the announcement. I'll try to find him in the mix. But I do believe he's dead. But his general's not dead. This unit of Thorios spears is finally breaking. They didn't do much against the Heroes of Sparta unit, but they did their job, I do believe, of just holding the line. And even if a unit doesn't win out, holding the line can sometimes be better. Because maybe you need them to hold a critical spot while you route the enemy. Like right there, I got the enemy's general routing. And then we're going to finish off. He's got his Heroes of Sparta in here. I don't remember if my units hold off or not. But my Royal Peltas, my general is for sure dead. And then I got my Thorios spears. But his units, they're wavering. Their army's completely lost. Those Heroes of Sparta are broken. My ally Uber has plenty of warriors left. They're resting. They're celebrating. They're throwing their javelins. Might as well. They're eager of the loot they're going to collect. And there we go. The nail in the coffin. My Thorios spears and their Heroes of Sparta unit. Sandwiched in between an Oathsworn unit. And there we have it, guys. A costly victory, but a victory nonetheless. So I will go ahead and see you guys on the load screen. Alright, here we are. So we have a Pyrrhic victory, I mean. So I had the least kills on my team. Uber getting the most was 1740. I got 1126. He had 2100 even soldiers, and I had 1890. Sky the Fisherman had 1650 troops, and he got the most kills with 1478, but still not enough. And Horizon brought 1800 troops and got 1175 troops. But the Hastati, while good like in a campaign scenario, they're just not good for multiplayer unless you're using them as like a support unit. He should have brought a main line of principles, but I'm assuming he spent most of his money on that Royal Cataphract on these Royal Cataphracts. There's Uber's army if you guys wanted to see it. Sky's army, and then my army. So I actually have another video that I'm going to get going for you guys, so I will see you guys once